Dave's new album, The Boy Who Played the Harp, arrives not with a bang, but with a quiet, deliberate exhale. It asks listeners to lean in. It demands patience and careful thought. This is a record defined by its restraint, a clear, intentional step away from the stadium-sized anthems of his past. Here, we offer a direct and factual review of this new chapter. We'll break the album down piece by piece, specific musical examples. We'll also draw on discourse from other outlets, like Hot New Hip Hop. This is a review with no fluff, just the facts. Late-night drives, quiet rooms, not the communal energy of clubs or festival crowds. A statement of artistic maturity, trading immediate gratification for long-term resonance. Less about chart-topping singles, more about a cohesive, immersive world. The harp is not just a title, it's a sonic thread weaving through the project, an almost classical texture. A bold choice in a genre often driven by heavy 808s and trap snares. It signals an artist confident enough to slow down, strip back the noise and trust his words. The project will divide opinion, not by controversy, but by expectation. Fans of psychodrama's sharp, politically charged bars will find a different artist here. This is Dave at his most vulnerable and contemplative. The production across The Boy Who Played the Harp is impeccably clean and minimalist. The sound is built on a foundation of soft piano chords, gentle string arrangements, and deep, warm sub-bass that rumbles rather than punches. The producers, including Dave himself, have deliberately left space in the mix, ensuring nothing crowds his lyrical delivery. The titular harp motif is the album's most defining feature. It appears not as a gimmick, but as a recurring melodic voice, sometimes a simple arpeggio, other times a more complex glissando, giving tracks a folk or even chamber music sensibility. This creates a sonic palette that is both elegant and melancholic. Sparse, understated drum loops are used selectively to provide forward momentum. On the opener, The Boy's Prelude, the beat is almost non-existent, allowing the harp and a mournful piano line to carry the emotional weight. There are no grand, cacophonous moments here. The production is designed to support the narrative, to act as a cinematic score for the stories Dave is telling, rather than being the main event. It is a masterclass in sonic restraint. However, this commitment to a single mood is a double-edged sword. While the cohesive sound makes for a unified listening experience, it can also border on monotonous over the album's runtime. The consistent tempo and instrumentation means some tracks blend into one another on a first listen. A sharper, mid-late shift in tone or energy could have refreshed the listener's palate. As noted in Hot New Hip Hop, the production is pristine but uniform, a fair assessment of its greatest strength and its most apparent weakness. The use of the harp ultimately elevates the production from minimal to artful. It ties the record together, appearing in different forms on different tracks. On one song, it might be a plucked rhythmic element. On another, a dreamy, ethereal wash of sound. This recurring sound acts as a thematic anchor, integral to the story. Lyrically, Dave is operating with the precision of a surgeon. He has stripped away most of the complex wordplay and multi-syllabic rhyme schemes that defined his earlier work. In their place, simple, direct language to paint vivid pictures and convey deep emotional truths. Every line serves a purpose. Themes: the disorienting nature of success, the long shadow of grief, the quiet weight of memory. He reflects on the cost of fame, the unglamorous process of personal growth, with unflinching honesty. His greatest strength here is scene building. Rather than telling you how he feels, he shows you. A specific street name, the way light hits a room, a remembered conversation. These specifics ground the universal. People and places make the themes feel earned. One of the album's most powerful moments arrives with the opener, The Boy's Prelude. This track perfectly sets the stage for everything that follows. A delicate, searching harp line walks beneath Dave's spoken word delivery. He reflects on his mental state after massive success. The chorus is a quiet, repeated phrase, lodging in memory through simplicity and truth. A brave, understated opening that declares its intent. Another standout, Northern Line. It features one of the record's few guest vocalists. The song is built on a split beat. Verses ride a sparse piano loop, then bloom into a fuller melodic chorus. The sung hook contrasts Dave's measured narration and opens the palette, a timely moment of brightness and release. It lifts the energy before it sinks too deep into melancholy, a keen sense of pacing and album dynamics. Still, a slightly tighter edit late on could help. Dave's vocal performance is central to the album's identity. His delivery is conversational, a low, intimate murmur that draws you closer. He steps back from aggressive projection and complex flows. Very little melisma, no showy range for its own sake. Clarity first, every word audible and weighted. The understatement fits the confessional tone, but limited variation can add to the uniform feel. A flash of heightened emotion or a self-sung chorus could land powerfully. Guests are few, used with surgical precision. They add texture, hooks, bridges, without stealing the spotlight. A counterpart to Dave's low register keeps things balanced. This curation keeps the album cohesive and personal. Northern Line's feature gives the lift his delivery avoids. Elsewhere, subtle harmonies warm the choruses. Tasteful additions, enhancing without breaking the spell. In Dave's discography, this marks a deliberate evolution. From psychodrama's explosive energy, intricate wordplay and social commentary, to high stakes and sharp edges, We're All Alone. In this together blended bangers with vulnerability. Now he pivots to a quieter, more insular sound. The sharp, aggressive beats and club-ready singles are gone. In their place, a soundscape nearer James Blake, and the inward gaze of melancholic R&B auteurs. Slower, more patient, mood over hits. Fans seeking depth will celebrate, while anthem hunters may feel less gratified. The focus shifts outward to inward, a personal excavation of psyche, relationships, and reconciling past with present success. A natural, vulnerable progression. In line with Hook Then Scorecard, here's a clear, factual breakdown. A balanced look at each element, weighing achievements against shortcomings. A concise summary after multiple listens, and a final quantitative judgment. Not preference, craft, assessed carefully. Production, 8 out of 10. Clean, thoughtful, unified by the harp motif. Minimalism that serves the lyrics, but the uniformity could use a touch more variation. Lyrics, 9 out of 10. Precise, honest, masterful storytelling. Small details build vivid scenes. Minor lyrical repetition at times. Vocals, 7 out of 10. Clear, sincere, perfectly confessional. Limited dynamic variety tempers the score. Features, 8 out of 10. Tasteful textures, never overpowering. Replay value, 7 out of 10. Rewards focus, mood dependent. Overall, 8 out of 10.